Hari Om Jai Ma. This video is about chanting or jap for those sadhakas who have chosen or who have been initiated into mantra sadhana as their main spiritual practice for them. General instructions given are you have to sit straight so that your spine is erect, because the Kundalini Shakti, the energy of the Kundalini, will be flowing upward through the spine. So it's very important that you sit straight. And while counting beads, you have to place your hand near your chest so that your mind, though a fraction of your mind is on your hand because you are counting beads, and also a fraction of your mind is on the mantra, but the mind shouldn't go below the Anahata chakra, not below the heart chakra. Just to keep your mind near the Anahata chakra, not below that. Okay, the common difficulties while doing mantra sadhana, while chanting for long periods of time, is that you feel tingling sensation in your legs, your legs get numb, sometimes they ache, your head might feel heavy, or you might experience reeling, you might feel sleepy, your mind might be getting distracted easily, or it might get boring, or it might be that you are facing too much struggles in your life and you can't concentrate on your mantra, or it might be that your mind is whimsical, there are ups and downs in your mind, sometimes you feel like doing job, sometimes you don't feel like doing job. So these are the common problems when doing mantra sadhana. I will note the solutions and hope that these solutions, one or the other of the solutions, might help you. You need to practice mantra jap slowly, gradually and steadily, not sitting for very long periods of time when you are not used to it. Start your practice with 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and gradually increase the time over months or years, so that your body, your mind, your nervous system, your brain, everything gets used to it. Gradual practice, gradually increasing the practice, that is the trick of mantra sadhana. Just as you do any, whether you're a musician or whether you're a sportsman, you train yourself gradually, isn't it? You don't overstrain yourself suddenly one day. So also in spiritual practices, you have to gradually improve, gradually keep progressing. Diet is a very important factor in spiritual life, because we are using the body as the instrument, and the body needs to be in perfect optimal condition for this sadhana to be done. So diet is very important. Diet and regular exercise, some pranayam, some yogasanas, some exercise, and diet, healthy diet, not processed food, not too much of oil or fat, not any food which is very hard to digest. Easily digestible food, light, will be most beneficial during this time, during the time of your sadhana, and also for on a regular basis too. And keep yourself hydrated, drink a lot of water, and know that there's an influence of your surrounding energies upon you. So if you are in a big city where the surrounding energies are of low vibration, then naturally you will feel sleepy, or your mind will be very active and your mind won't be able to concentrate for longer periods of time. For those people who are living in large cities, you keep on doing your practices, of course, on a daily basis, but even then try during your holidays, or whenever you are free, to at least on a regular basis go out somewhere else, towards maybe rural places where there are lesser crowds, more quiet place, near nature, under big trees, calm and quiet places where you can be alone, when you can spend maybe one day, maybe 3 days, maybe 7 days, whenever you can, according to your schedule activities. You need to have at least some time to yourself in between. Take a break and go away somewhere else. Time spent in solitude near nature will be very helpful for your mantra sadhana, because you can intensify your mantra sadhana during those times. For those thinking that where can you do the 10-day sadhana that I had already suggested, they can seek out private ashrams of Ramakrishna Mission or even of other ashrams, especially if they are located near villages. For those who are beginning or who can't keep control of their mind during chanting, like we say, take one step at a time. So also one chant at a time. Practice like that. Let your motto be one chant at a time. You are just think that I will chant once with full concentration. And when you have done that, then chant again with full concentration. Then again, with full concentration, one step at a time, one chant at a time. Then you can gradually increase from there. Even if you can quiet your mind for 1 minute, don't feel guilty, don't criticize yourself, applaud yourself for each little step that you are taking towards your spiritual practices, towards your spiritual journey. So celebrate your success and keep progressing, keep increasing your concentration, the length of your chanting, and stay positive. If you criticize yourself, if you feel guilty, if you judge yourself too much, then you are seeping away into negativity. We need to avoid negativity at all costs, so keep positive. And after all, this mind is a Manomaya Kosha, isn't it? It's a clothing of your soul. Your soul is ever free, isn't it? Just as Thakur used to say, Nityo Mukto Shuddho Atma. The soul is ever free. You have been given the responsibility of your character, right? Don't identify with the character. Don't identify with the faults of this character. Just keep moving forward. Think that this character is a child of yours. And just as a parent would very lovingly guide the child and help it to progress in life, so also take this character, take responsibility of this character and very lovingly guide it towards gradual progress in your spiritual life. In case you are not initiated into any proper sadhana technique, for them you can practice Raj Yoga after reading Swamiji's book. You can practice any other simple mantra or simple breathing exercise. You can read Eckhart Tolle and practice that. There are many ways. Choose a simple technique and start your practice. Unless you start your practice, you won't progress even a little bit in your spiritual life, isn't it? So even if you're not initiated and you don't know where to take initiation from, even then start your practice with any simple technique of meditation or chanting. Choose any simple mantra, choose any simple technique and follow that. And that will help to concentrate your mind, to quieten your mind, to calm your mind. You will at least have peace of mind. You will gain the strength to face the struggles of your life. You will find a balance in your mind. You will also have a protection in your life. And whenever the divine will think it's suitable, the divine will guide you further through a guru or by yourself also. You just need to keep doing some practice or the other. And what is the end of all this chanting? The end is like how far must you take your concentration? Your concentration must reach such a level that all your five senses, external senses, are completely shut off. Like when you are deep in meditation, deep into chanting, even the chanting stops. You have completely forgotten your existence. You can't hear anything. You can't sense anything. You are completely cut off from the outer world and you are so deep into your meditation, into your, even the chanting will stop, into your dhyana, that there are no thoughts in your mind. The mind is absolutely still, yet very aware and awake. Not that you are asleep, but there are no sensations, no internal or external sensations. Your mind is completely calm, completely still, and yet aware. That is the goal of all the chanting and meditation. So whichever mantra you are chanting, whichever pranali, whichever technique, I hope this video helps you. Hari Om Jai Ma.